Hey everybody, this is Dallas Hardcastle, the founder of Integrate Training Technologies and the creator of the Unlimiter program. In today's episode, this was spawned on by a conversation that I had just this last weekend with actually a close friend of mine, and I asked him what was his morning routine, because he is going through a process of trying to move away from a situation that he is very unhappy in and wanting to get himself into a situation where he's very happy. And he was struggling. And I said, well, start me off. What is your morning routine? And the morning routine was wake up, open the eyes, immediately begin with the dread of the day and what's going to be happening and these phone calls that he receives and the workplace that he's at, and get up, go get the coffee maker started, take a shower, pour a cup of coffee to go, and then get out the door and start heading to this place of dread. I said, wow, not really a big fan of your morning routine. This is going to be building from what we spoke about the other day. But when we can begin to win our mornings, meaning that when we begin to set aside the time to create the day that we want to create, we begin winning our day from the very beginning. Now, what you're going to be inclined to say to yourself, and what I hear said all the time is, well, Dallas, and we begin talking about when I win this, as soon as, and we start talking about as soon as our circumstances start to change again, right? As soon as the circumstance changes, then I'll be able to become this really awesome, great person. It does not work that way. We change, then the circumstance changes. So we want to begin by winning our day, which is started by winning our morning, and we begin by winning our mornings by making it non-negotiable. Non-negotiable means you do not perform this morning routine. As an old trainer friend of mine from years ago, who was from the deep South, would say, he said, Dallas, son, this ain't no maybe, this is a must. Friends, this is a must. This means you wake up in the morning and your non-negotiable routine is something like you wake up, maybe you have some water, maybe you get yourself 1 cup of coffee. You sit down and you spend just a few minutes, and this is going to be for the beginner, but we begin maybe just 5 or 10 minutes by just sitting, closing our eyes and imagining what our day is going to be like, regulating our breathing, getting calm, being happy, a slight grin on our face, but we just have a quiet meditation of what our day is going to be like. If we can make the time to get in a little bit of that mental rehearsal, the 1 or 2 things that are going to be big parts of our day, maybe it's a presentation, maybe it's a conversation, maybe it's an email, maybe it's a meeting, maybe it's a training, something that we're going to do of those 1 or 2 things that are going to have that critical outcome, a critical piece of our day. We're going to rehearse just 1 or 2 times in our minds, think, what is this going to go like? We begin to qualify how great that critical experience, that critical conversation, the email, the training, we're going to qualify exactly what that's going to look like in our day. So we rehearse it a time or 2 before it happens. What does that do? That means that the chances of it achieving the level of success just as we've imagined it, and to the higher level than perhaps it otherwise would have, because now we're not doing it for the first time when it actually occurs. We're doing it for the 2nd or 3rd or 4th time. That increases our success like crazy. And then last, find that time in the morning. And again, just start off with small stuff, but 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes of just sitting down and doing some quick journaling, writing down just a few things that are very important to you, that matter to you, the things that you want to see change in your day, in your week, in your month, a goal that perhaps you have, and something that you want to, again, you want to qualify it and quantify what this day and this week is going to look like by putting some degree of measurement into this. I'm going to accomplish this 1 thing, these 3 things, these 5 things, and then looking at it every hour, every day to make sure that those things are indeed accomplished. This begins to raise self-awareness. It begins to raise self-image. It begins to raise the degree in which our brains begin to actually get behind us and believe in what it is that we're beginning to do with it. I hope this has been super helpful. If you have any questions about any of this stuff, feel free to ask the question. And as importantly, if there's something that you would like to see us discuss in a future episode, make sure and let us know that too, and we will make every effort to make sure that we do that for you. Again, this is Dallas Hardcastle with Integrate Training Technologies, and we hope you have a mammoth day.